Hello everyone, welcome to a coin video. My name is Jonathan the Coin Collector, and hold on, I forgot to include the sunglasses. Okay, there we go, now we can do this. My name is Jonathan the Coin Collector, and welcome to one of my many videos. Today's video is all about, what is it? Kidding, of course. Today's video is all about why you should start a coin collection now. Before we get into the video, please give this video a thumbs up if you do end up enjoying it, and please subscribe to the channel if you would like to get more coin collecting content, because here on my channel I try to provide tip videos and coin entertainment to help you keep on collecting. Let me just set these back up here. Perfect. This is a microphone, by the way. Let's go and get that out of the way. I don't want anybody being like, what's that? This is a microphone. Now that we've got that out of the way, we can continue on with the video. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. So what are we talking about? We're talking about why you should start a coin collection right now. Now, you may already have a hobby, and if you do, that's great. Go ahead and tell me what your hobby is down below in the comment section. And if you have any questions about if you should start coin collecting, definitely ask in the comments, and me or a fellow coin collector will answer those below. Okay, so there's many reasons why you could coin collect. It may be because you inherited some coins from somebody who either maybe you had a relative that passed away, or you just were given some coins, or you came across an old one and you're like, this is interesting, what do I do with this? So the first reason that you should start coin collecting is because it's fun. Like, it's really fun. I've been doing it for 10 years, and I'm only 18 at the moment, but I've been doing it since I was 8, and since I was a kid, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it for 10 consistent years without a break. Yeah, there were some times where I was less intense with it just because, well, that's life. But I have always loved coin collecting for 10 straight years. If something can captivate the attention of a kid for a few years, let alone 10, there has to be something to whatever that is. And in this case, it's coin collecting. So the second reason why you should start a coin collection today, right now, preferably soon, is it's full of history. I actually have some coins over here that I've pre-selected to share, and I will do close-up shots of each of them so that you guys can see a better view of it. So first of all, I have this guy, okay? This is a 2020. Now, this video was made in 2020, but if you are watching this not in 2020, you still know what happened this year. This year so far has been crazy. And I'm imagining it's just going to get crazier at this point. I hope not, but it seems like it. So a lot of stuff happened. COVID happened. Tons of other things are still happening. COVID, other things. So this will definitely be a year to remember. But if you come across any 2020 coins, keep them, because this is a year to remember. It's going to be probably hard to find these as a collector, which seems weird since they just made them. But definitely stock up, maybe not stock up, just find the amount you want of 2020 coins. Okay, the next coin, 2001. If you're not familiar with what happened this year, the main thing that happened was 9/11 in New York City. This definitely is a year to remember, and it makes you feel the weight. Not fully, because you may not fully understand what it was like, but it's like going back in time and feeling as if you were there. Like, you just feel this presence, and you're like, wow, that was a crazy year. And I have a coin from then. The next coin that I have is a 1990 quarter, and 1990 was the year that the World Wide Web was invented, so the internet. I love this year, okay? Because I love the internet. Because that's how you're watching this right now. It's through the internet on YouTube. So without this year, or without the internet being invented, but this coin represents a lot of other things, but also the internet. So that's a pretty cool year. Then we have 1969, which, well, what happened in 69? 69 was I believe the Apollo 11 mission with Neil Armstrong, and he got on the moon. That was 1969. So that feels really cool. That this was the first moon landing, 1969. And I have a coin from that year. And you most likely do as well if you have pocket change. Most likely you have one of these, at least one of these. Next one, 1943, steel penny. Okay? Most of you, if you are a coin collector, if you have been for a while, you most likely know why this is steel. It's because they needed the copper for war-related items. And this was during World War II. That's crazy. Next, we have 1915, which was made. This coin was made in during World War I. So again, another crazy coin, because it's just, I don't know, it's weird, but you kind of like feel like this feeling of what the heck. That is fantastic. That I have a coin from these historic events. 1912, the Titanic sunk in 1912. Whoa. Wow. And I have a coin, and you can as well if you coin collect from 1912. And my last and final, that doesn't make sense. My final coin is 1896. What happened in 1896? Okay, I had to look back at my notes, but it just escaped me because I was talking about all these. 1896 was the first year that they had the first modern Olympic Games. So there's obviously, Olympic Games a long time ago. But first modern Olympic Games was 1896, held in Athens. What was on my watch? What was that? So with just, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 coins, ton of history. And if you're a history buff, this definitely is interesting, because it's like you have a coin, you have a piece of memorabilia, I guess you could kind of classify it as, in history term, like for history memorabilia, and you have a coin from that year. That's pretty cool. The third reason you should coin collect is because it makes you think. I don't know, there's something about it where it just makes you have to be more aware of what's happening. It's very odd, but like I can just spot coins like clear across the street, and I'll be like, boom, I know what that is. Like that has nothing to do with years and anything, but it does make you more aware, which doesn't, again, it makes 0 sense, and that wasn't a coin pun, but if you're a coin collector, you probably agree, and you're like, yeah, I am much more aware. I am much more detail-oriented, because you're having this thing where you literally have like this detailed list and selection, the way of selecting your coins to put in your collection. You're very just like detailed-oriented. You have a system, most likely, especially if you roll hunt, you have a system. So it makes you think, and it works your brain as opposed to a lot of other hobbies. Plus, it can teach you things that are actually pretty nice to know, like what money looks like. Because, short story, by the way, just real quick short story. I went to a restaurant like 3 or 4 years ago, and for some reason, no, not for some reason, I was roll hunting half dollars, and that's all the money I had. So it was just in half dollars, and I didn't take them back to the bank yet. So I paid like for a $7 meal or something like that in half dollars, so 14, 15 with tax, half dollars, 15 half dollars, and the lady didn't know what they were. So she had to get her manager to tell her that this was U.S. currency. Now, most likely, if you're trying to get into coin collecting, and that's probably why you're watching this video, you know what half dollar is, I'm guessing. You may not know about the 2 cent or the 3 cent or the half cent or the 20 cent, but you most likely know about the half dollar. So it makes you think, opens up your, not necessarily your senses, but makes you more aware of things. It's strange, but it's true. The next thing, I believe we're on number 4. I think we're on number 4. The next thing is if you ever want to stop, okay? So let's say if you're collecting modern coins, so just the ones that you can easily find in circulation, like the Lincoln Shield pennies, the Memorial pennies, state quarters, or America the Beautiful quarters, the Eagle, the Washington quarters, the non-silver ones, things like that, where they're still only worth face value unless there's errors on them, then you can just spend them if you want to quit, or you can sell your collection. So I know that like baseball cards, whenever you get a ton of them, it's probably hard to sell them, like in bulk. And you can't just spend them unless there's some secret society where baseball cards are the monetary system that I'm just not aware of, which is why it's a secret society, because I'm not in it. I don't collect baseball cards. Great if you do, though. That's nice. That's fantastic that you have a hobby. But I'm just saying it is easier with coin collecting. If you ever want to stop, you can just sell, make some money, or at least get your money back if you've bought anything, and just move on. So it's a lot easier to give up, which isn't necessarily good. I wouldn't recommend giving up. It's just the thing of, if a situation did come up where you had to get rid of it, I don't know why, but for some reason you could more easily stop doing it, or if you just lost interest, you can just give it up, and you're just spending what you had. So it's a lot easier to get out of, as opposed to, for example, stamp collecting or baseball cards. Number 5 on why you should start a coin collection right now: the eye appeal. Okay, you may not believe me, but it's crazy how first of all, just looking at a fat binder full of coins, I don't know, it just makes my heart skip a beat. That was weird. But, I mean, it does something where it's like, wow, that is satisfying to the eye, to the senses, to the eye. I can't think of any other word for the eye. But especially the US typeset, which I have a lot of videos about that, and you may know that if you're familiar with the YouTube channel, but I will link to the typeset update videos where I go through and put more in. So if you want to check that out and want to see an example of eye appeal, go check out the videos I'll link to if you want to see an example of how eye appeal is actually a thing. And not just on individual coins, because I have a coin that has some luster on it and it's really beautiful. It's toning. Has toning on it. And it's a 1943p war nickel. And it has beautiful toning, and it's just fantastic. So eye appeal on individual coins and also whole collections. So number 7, the final reason why you should start a coin collection today is because it's unique. Not many people do it. A lot of people do it, but not many. The only reason that you may see all these views on videos of mine and subscriber numbers, you may be like, there's a lot of people who do coin collecting. Well, yeah, that's because we're all basically like huddled around each other, like trying to share information, and we're all here together in a coin community. But if this wasn't here, there's obviously other YouTube channels that do talk about coins, but it's the thing of how we're all together. So like if you had a convention of chefs, you'd be like, there's a lot of chefs. But if you go to one restaurant, there's a few. So that's because we're all here, all learning, all growing in our collecting experience. So you may be like, there's a lot of people doing it. It's a wasted hobby. It's too late to get in. That's not true. You want to know why? Because they're still making coins. They're still making new designs. There's still new collections that you can start collecting, like the Innovation Dollar, for example. That's a new one. You have to buy from the mint, so that's kind of a downside. But it's still new, and they're still doing the America the Beautiful quarter program. So it's, as long as they're still making coins, coin collecting should never die as a hobby. And even after they stop it, yeah, you may have to start buying them, but it'll still keep thriving as a hobby. So those were my 7 reasons why you should start a coin collection. If you are a beginner, I will link to a whole entire playlist where I think at the moment I have around like 20 videos for specifically that are coin collecting tips. So if you're a beginner, or even if you're more intermediate or expert, definitely go to that playlist and maybe you will learn a few things about coin collecting that you did not know. And definitely check out the description below for all of my supplies, my coin collecting supplies that I use, and also video supplies that make this possible. I got a few questions on what tripod I use, and that's all in the description below as well. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I appreciate you guys so much. I'm actually going to tell you what my next upload is. So this video came out on a Monday. On Wednesday, I will be talking to you guys about 10, and this isn't the exact title, it may change, but 10 coins that you need in your coin collection. And this may be more of a personal preference, but you should definitely have these if you are trying to be more of an experienced coin collector than just a beginner. So if you want to try to find the jump from beginner to more of a intermediate, watch this upcoming video this Wednesday, and go and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified whenever that video is posted. Like I said at the beginning of this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up if it did help you out. And if you enjoyed it, please tell me in the comment section below on if you are a coin collector or if you're doing a different hobby. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And as always, keep on collecting.